Aurora were more than happy to just stampede and pull back. Now you don't have that bailout tool, so it's kind of all in. If Jabs goes forward, they are pretty much committing, unless Abed can kind of set up for a retreat instead. There is still that option with the Invoker. Let's see. Boom. They need to line all of these up if they want to force a game 3 here.
It's going to be a smoke on smoke now between these two teams. And Aurora, they are running towards FBZ, but FBZ should be able to get back towards his tier 1 tower, so chances are First Blood will not be drawn unless FBZ decides to go towards the left, but he will not, and he does not break the smoke either of Aurora. So they get towards the dire triangle. They'll camp on the high ground for now, hoping somebody will show up. In fact, they'll loop around back towards the Banneroon spot, but they'll eventually realize that the side of Boom Esports kind of just camping the top side. Maybe they can find Tims, though. Tims, hanging about. Can they catch him? Oh, they can. They've definitely got him now. No chance to get away from this one. Who do they give the first blood to? It's going to be Abed. Very nice.
Yep. That late smoke pays off dividends here for Aurora. They managed to get a nice, real far back ward that you're not going to be clearing out anytime soon, so that should open up some rotations onto Mac. Even some nice cheeky courier snipes as well down the line. Already looking at like a great start for Aurora off the back of that late smoke. Do have that mid lane matchup of Abed up against Mac on the Invoker and Primal Beast. And this isn't the most pleasant time for Mac. Invoker does have a lot of long range poke. As the elitist, you're going to go for double rate band here for Abed. Continuously apply that pressure. Onslaughting in isn't as simple here either for Mac, as long as you've got the cold snap ready on Abed. So it's not like you can gap close and bully out this Invoker as you normally would in most matchups for the Primal Beast. Abed should be able to control this lane quite well, actually. And Mac is going to have to try to play smart to just even clear out his own creep wave safely here.
Well, top lane, you are seeing Ghost and DJ against Jabs and Q. Jabs trying to be aggressive already here against Ghost, and shards are going to come out from Q eventually, but Ghost will be just fine. So if you are Ghost, you really cannot underestimate how much damage can be pumped out at the level 2 mark from Aurora. That'll be the big power spike. As soon as they hit level 2 on Jabs, and they have now, I kind of expect a play to be made once the shards are back up off cooldown. Maybe you can also wait for Q to have his own level 2 up, but I do believe they can probably get it done if Ghost does overextend a little bit.
That they can. I mean, again, you just nullify Warcry as a spell here from Ghost. He's not going to be that durable once you get a couple of goo up from Jabs. And there's really not too much DJ can do to stop that. He does have Spellbound with Enchant up. Doesn't really have a creep to play with just yet. And the side of Aurora are balancing this lane quite nicely. They've got that level 2 up on Q, so if they do overcommit, you can look for that play. Ghost is not that durable here. Stormhammer's a fairly long cooldown as well when he does toss it out. The one benefit you have here for Boom, of course, is having sticks on hand. You will always have quite a fair bit of burst regen to play with, so it can take a little bit longer for you to at least look for that kill here from Aurora.
Absolutely. Nice and quiet across the lanes thus far. Abed's having a very good time in the mid lane thus far as well with the CS. 14 and 2 at the moment. See, with that first blood bonus he had as well. In fact, hold that Thorker's bottom lane. There is a jump onto Tims, and Tims is copping so much damage. Kaori, he has no more shrapnel charges. He can't get it done. But that will force Tims to reset with his salve. And in the meantime, top lane, DJ does get jumped. So eventually Aurora do make it work, as now Ghost trying to go onto Jabs, but this might cost him his own life. And it will, I think. Ghost surely cannot find a way out of this. And he will not. Jabs will find a double kill. They did end up waiting for the level 3 mark to just dive the tier 1 tower, but why the... Oh, DJ, no!
Again. Alright.
You can't underestimate the timings of Bristle with the Tusk. It's too much.
That it is. You are all out of mana on Jabs at least, so he's going to need a little bit of a reset, some regen to ferry out, I suppose. And he will just add the TP all the way back to get that full reset, give some room out for Q to soak up.
Bottom.
Already again,
FBZ.
a very strong start here.
A lot of damage here onto the Timber. Earthbind was already committed. FBZ, though, still going down as now the secondary shrapnel does come out and he is gone. You've really got to appreciate the scattershot facet, man. It just does so much damage so quickly.
Yeah, again, like we were pointing out in the draft, Meepo's Sniper is actually a really stable lane. Earthbind into shrapnel spam. Heroes will die. Like, Timbersaw has no durability. Up against magic damage early on, you don't have the reach on line to really poke back at a sniper to threaten, and you don't really have that kill opportunity onto TA2000.
Mac kind of just onslaughted right into Abed, but Abed's just punishing him heavily for this. He'll be alright though. Mac will start moving towards the bottom lane, it seems. Just wants the bounty rune, but TA2000's trying to cut him off. He will not quite make it. So Mac does manage to pick up the bounty just fine. And it seems like he does... No, he won't. He'll TP top instead, where there is a dive going on. Jabs and Q are going at it once again, but the TP, it was towards the outpost instead, but it won't matter anyway. He'll get there in time. Q's being chased. Jabs is alright, but Q will be the one to drop. So the rotation from Mac does pay off in terms of saving his allies and finding a support pick off. It'll be all worth it.
And it is. Actually get some early activity out now on our Primal Beast. Unfortunately, it's just giving so much room out to Abed mid. Double Wraith Bands up, Power Treads coming in, right clicks of the Invokers getting crazy.
FBZ.
Again, this matchup is not great.
FBZ's having a really rough time. He'll chain away, but they can still get some damage off here onto FBZ. In fact, Q's going to show up as well with the shards, but FBZ's still running. They need some vision. He'll salve up. TA2000 trying to get there, but won't quite. Carry in the meantime can at least cancel the salve. FBZ still being chased down by Kaori. Not something you see every day, but it might work out for Kaori if he's able to get there, but not quite. Instead, they'll go after Tims, who's shown up on the line, but will not be able to help at all. He does die.
I mean, you don't have the TP on Mac to help that one on that bot dive. It does take a lot of commitment from Aurora, but you're still making this lane hellish for FBZ and Tims. Really just no pressure onto TA2000 in this game once again. Shove onto that bot tier 1. FBZ still stuck at level 3 on the Timbersaw. And Kaori now at level 4.5. Not the best feeling in the world right now for Boom. 6-1 start. Aurora, again, playing a very clean game. They've got Mac around this time, though, if they can find the angle.
It's just a +5 sniper you're picking off here. Like, it's not a bad kill. Like, Mac will definitely take it. The thing is, though, you're rotating this mid-primal beast over and over again for support kills. It's not going to feel great while Abed's just freely farming and getting all this extra XP for nothing. Like, there's just no contest for it.
It's a really big trade-off for Boom to find, but again, it's not like Mac can really do anything mid anyhow, right? Like this Invoker, again, can just cut off the angles of a Primal Beast quite nicely. You can't just onslaught and gap close onto the Invoker. It's just not an easy lane for the Primal Beast whatsoever, so you do have to play the map a little bit more. You have to kind of concede that Abed will just do what he wants, although...
Mac's in big trouble. TA2000 starting off with the Earthbind. He does have Onslaught available, but he's completely out of mana now. And that's the kind of rotation that matters more from the mid lane. I mean, Abed, he'll find the mid laner on the opposite team, and immediately they'll go through the Twin Gates looking for Ghost up at that top lane. And Ghost, he's hanging around. He knows something is a little bit wrong here. He'll try to get away, but Abed's going to spot him. Ghost will not go back towards the fountain. And that will mean his life will be taken. There's no two ways about that. He is dead.
Aurora again. Applying that pressure quite nicely. Hitting your early power spikes very quickly after a strong laning phase. Boom. Just looking a little bit lost. Again, Mac has no lane to play with, so he has to look for these pickoffs in the side. They're only finding support pickups. FBZ is still trying to work into level 6, doesn't have the double chalk from threat to really burst him down just yet. And Aurora, they've just got these early levels to play with, already looking to group up mid. Only DJ right now to kind of hold this aggression off. Kaori and Q for an angle in, but...
Mid lane, they're going to find DJ. The overprotective Wisps, I mean, they'll kick... In fact, not even. He had Spellbound as well. Just the Wisps themselves, not enough. As well, Mac going to onslaught through. Mac? Okay, he's alright. They don't have the spells here on Abed to throw out. just clear out the creep wave the best he can. Abed will still get started on the tier 1 mid tower, but it's only going to be a bit of chip damage.
Just a little poke, but again, just trying to funnel Boom's resources into defending this crucial objective. This is giving space for FBZ down bot. He is clearing out the jungle, slowly pushing in that bot. Already took the tier 1 at the very least. There's some objectives being taken here by the side of Boom, but it does feel like Aurora is still in a very happy spot. Smoke out for Boom Esports now. DJ and Mac looking for a flank. Jabs might not be the easiest target, but it's the one that will present itself here.
Jabs. Certainly not a very easy target, that's for sure. They're going to jump. Onslaught. It doesn't connect, but they'll get the pulverize. Jabs, still okay. Here come the TPs. This could be a big problem here for the side of the Dire as Jabs has survived. He'll make it out. There's no death for the Bristle, but there is death for Mac. He is gone. And Ghost is not looking very safe, John. Ghost is looking a bit like a ghost right now, but he's okay. Shards were not available for Q to throw out, so he does manage to make it out. But another 2-for-0 trade, and a bit of wishful thinking, John. Trying to jump the Bristleback of all heroes.
Yeah, again, it's the only target they could find with that smoke. Not an easy target to go for. Double bracers up on Jabs, and even the follow down chase with the it's not rocket means you're actually not able to even utilize your trample that well here for Mac to look for that kill. With the tier 1 still standing as a TP point, Aurora just responds in force. And Boom are just missing the mark. There's that defusal up once again for TA2000 into the same itemization, into the Ags we're seeing here for our Meepo. Kaori off the back fall of this aggression towards him. He's already level 7 on our sniper. And everything's just lining up. They haven't managed to stack the triangle as much around on Aurora, but there is still some good stacks on Scout, and Mac again.
Yeah, really copping it here, Mac. He is just getting chipped away at, and he is fine, just barely. Snowball does not connect, which will mean Mac will barely survive. So now they will try for the chase onto Q. Q playing a lot of time here for his side, though, as eventually they will catch him with the pulverize, and even the God Strength being popped just to ensure they can get this kill, though Q now will go into the snowball. Even more time being bought. Still going, but will die eventually.
It's just too much time for Boom. Takes them a solid, what, 20 seconds to kind of get that kill. They lose their tower up top, and the map's just shrinking. Like, yes, you are finding some punishment on Boom, but it's not nearly enough to really get this ball rolling just yet. There is a lot of room coming out for FBZ at very least. Going into the Kaya now on our Timber Saw. There's going to be some damage coming out when he can commit in. And they have their own small stacks to clear out here in the triangle. Some farm coming out for FBZ and for Mac. Still, Aurora are looking like they're in a very happy position. They've got the full Witchblade coming out for Abed into the Dragonlance. They're trying to maintain rune coverage here as well, although the regen will be taken away. But Jabs is starting to feel comfy enough to just run up. I mean, you can't kill this Bristleback at all.
Well, at the very least, DJ does make it out. Mac, just hiding in the tree line, waiting very patiently for an opportunity to jump. Will not come, though. In Aurora, they will happily dissipate, come back another day.
Radiant are scanning.
Keep in mind, John, the one person we haven't really talked about at all is TA2000. He's just free farming this whole time. It's pretty much a replica of what we saw in Game 1. Yep. He's going to have the Ags up in a few minutes. Same timing, and I don't see the answers once the Ags is there.
It's not straightforward. I think, again, you try for burst play. It's a lot better in trying to burst that one flowing Meepo out now. Tim's, he's going to get bursted.
He sure will. Tim's will go down Arbed. I mean, Arbed being ultra annoying with this Wex build-up, just especially for Mac. Every time that EMP does connect, he literally loses all his mana. Like, he does buy a Soul Ring, so he can at least have a little bit to try and get his way out, but it's just so ugly to have to play against an Invoker as Primal Beast.
Yeah, it's no fun at all for Mac. Again, even the lane, Abed was just getting everything he'd want. There's just no threat from the Primal Beast until a BKB flies on for Mac, which is still a ways off here for him to find a farm. It's not been prioritized whatsoever. It's been FBZ and Ghost getting all of this safe farm on the side of Boom's
Radiant's
part.
top tower is under
They are
attack.
keeping up at the very least, despite all of these losses, right? Like, you're within 400 gold for Ghost, within 600 or so gold for FBZ to the top net worths here. So you are keeping that farm distribution nice and smooth. It's only been Max sacrificed into the wind,
Dire's middle
as
tower
he is
under
barely
attack.
above our support sniper at the moment. Just the state of the game for Boom. 3k lead standing for Aurora, constantly playing across the river, just ensuring Boom is not being the comfiest in trying to farm up here. Heck, they even have a forward board to watch that triangle. Not going to make a play off the back of it. Getting more than satisfied in just getting this build up on TA2000 right now. Heck, even Jabs had room to clear out stacks. So he is also about 500 gold away from his own Ags timing. Bristleback plus Meepo Ags timing lining up together. That is... that's pretty terrifying for Boom. Like, Aurora are just going to be able to run you down with really no concern once these double Ags are up.
Lane, they have moved in. DJ is gone. Boom Esports again just trying to retreat without losing any more bodies. They'll just accept
Radiant's
DJ's
bottom
life being
tower
lost.
is under attack.
Pretty surgical game once again. I mean, TA2000 now just 600 gold away from having that final bit of point booster to get the Ags up.
I believe we have Jab's Ags up already as well, going straight into the
Uh-oh.
shard. So again, double Ags timing, the hairball coming in, all the slows, the additional boost Ags coming out with the Snot Rocket, minus armor. It's not like you have Sven shard up just yet. It's not something you tend to rush on the core Sven. You have a lot of issues here on the side of Boom. We were talking about this in Drafter Solutions. Have to be BKBs, have to be an Ags on Mac for a source of break. And it's all a pipe dream. This Primal Beast was the one sacrificed for FBZ and Ghost to get that build up. And FBZ, at the very least, is close to finishing up his mech with a full Kaya on top.
Lane, group up is there. Boom, I do not believe want to fight. Arbit almost finding a Ghost TPing from the mid lane, but didn't quite have the vision to stop the TP. Aurora, I mean, they are still smoked up. They're having a hunt around, and the scan is going to catch Mac at the top side of the map. So TA2000 just going right in for the Primal Beast. Should be able to catch him with an Earthbind, and does. Here comes the cavalry. And that's your mid-Primal Beast getting absolutely deleted.
Yep. Just no game for Mac. And I like target prioritization on Aurora. They know this Primal Beast actually has to come online quick for Boom to have some impact here. It's just not there. Roche opens up for Aurora. We're going to rush right in. They've got the Ags up in TA2000. They've got the Fusel Blade up. Not the quickest Ags in the world, but the Snog Rocket will make that a lot quicker, of course. And the side of Boom can't fight. Like, they just have to sit back, farm. FBZ into Guardian Greaves. We have not seen any activity out from this Timbersaw, by the way. But the Guardian Greaves at least provides some brevity, some flash healing, and a little bit of durability. Up front, I just don't know if it's worth that investment. If it's worth sacking your mid for your Timbersaw to get Guardian Greaves timing up with a Kaya, when your Primal Beast will not even end up with his BKB for at least, what, 5, maybe 10 minutes if he keeps dying on the longer end.
Doom. Still trying to bide their time. Ghost working towards a blink into a BKB. Here comes Aurora though. Mac gets the onslaught away, but the Earthbinds will come in very, very soon from TA2000. Ghost is spotted. TA2000 running right towards him, but doesn't have a way to break the gap. Disperser is not quite up yet. The way Boom's playing this, it really does feel like they're just waiting for the inevitable.
Yep.
There's your blink up. Mid-tier 2 tower now going to be under siege by Aurora. And there will be another 3-man smoke here. from Aurora, as they do just start to split, looking for kills up at that top lane, while TA2000 takes care of the mid-tier 2 tower. And it seems like it's probably going to be poor old DJ that gets caught, unless they find Mac instead. Oh, and they do. Not Mac again. He's got no onslaught for 5 seconds either. Q's just waiting for him to pop it so he can use Snowball. Doesn't get it off that time around. Mac trying for the TP play out. Can they get the vision? They cannot. Not quite in time. So Mac, he'll barely make it.
Heals out by some time.
Tims? And I thought Tims was hunting TA2000, but I was wrong. Here comes Ghost to try and help out. Can TA2000 survive this? He'll get the Mega Meepo off in time. TA dropping very, very low. Still has the Aegis though. In they come. Q is here. Tims is gone by the looks of it.
Oh.
Meanwhile, FBZ jumping on the Mega Meepo, trying to take him down, and TA2000 is gone. But they also lose Ghost. As now Jabs will be taken out by Boom. But they've still got an Arbit problem here. FBZ, oh, the Sunstrike, it's not going to land. Meanwhile, Mac now looking for the Invoker. Maybe they've got Arbit to boot. And it seems like they do. An Ultra kill for FBZ. They're looking for a rampage here. Cowrie's on the run. Mac's on the chase. They've got the enchant. They should have Carry to boot, as the Chakram will fly in. But Mac will secure the kill himself.
Aw. Can't just steal that away from FBZ. The CEO is not going to be too happy. Although, oh, Q messed up.
Oh, whoopsie daisies. Looking for a quick D ward, but it is going to cost him his life as he does snowball back towards FBZ. Eventually, will die. FBZ takes another.
He blinked up. Didn't manage to get the Walrus Punch off as FBZ just walked right outside of melee attack or block attack range. And he gets stuck in the middle of 3 heroes. Rather unfortunate for Q. If he managed to clean up FBZ, might have been a little bit better to swallow the medicine here on Aurora, but now the game evens out. Apparently, the investment to allow FBZ to get Guardian Greaves was well worthwhile. I had my doubts about allowing FBZ to just play passively and let Mac cop all of it. It does pan out. He's got the damage. They force out the Mega Meepo on the first life of TA2000. No Balin save on the secondary life. Now you hit the BKB timing up for Mac. You actually have a game to play now for Boom Esports. They've got the damage in comparison to Game 1. They've got ways of kiting around this Meepo if they can get their positioning right. They've got Mac, who will not die in just one onslaught of spells with a full BKB up. There's some opportunities here. Mind you, Aurora can still scale, of course. Like, there is still a lot of room to grow on Abed. You've got a BKB coming out for Jabs. So that same team fight might not be able to repeat itself, but they will smoke and try to find more.
They are going to find Jabs immediately. That's a big pick-off here from FBZ. Q also getting caught out. Boom. Showing signs of life now, as they're going to find another target. Oh, Q. No, he'll get the blink away. But Tims finds him. Tims will find him. FBZ claiming another life. And Boom Esports, I mean, they were quiet for most of this game, but suddenly one big team fight. And Boom are feeling confident.
They are. Once they hit multiple BKBs here, it becomes a little bit harder for Aurora to, again, play in that way that they'd want to do so. The threat from the Meepo kind of dissipates a little bit. The right-click damage of TA2000 isn't really there yet. And Jabs is himself a sitting duck without his own BKB to come into play. So you have to kind of just sit back, reset a little bit on the side of Aurora. Got the full disperser up at the release for TA2000. So a little bit more control and save here for the Meepo to kind of go in and out. And Aurora will actually go for their own smoke play now. See if they can find anyone. They know some of those, the BKB of Mac at least was committed. FBZ.
FBZ. This will be a big target now. He's on a big kill streak. FBZ backing off, and now he's got his own BKB up on this Timbersaw. So turns out the Timber pick against this Meepo is certainly doing some good work. See if they can keep it up though. Like, this is the stage where if you're kind of having a good time, you don't want to see Boom slow down too much. I mean, mind you, they do almost have the BKB up on Ghost, and I think that's exactly what they're waiting for, to try and get aggressive once again. So giving Aurora the time to try and play catch-up, it just never seems like a smart idea. We've just seen it too many times.
Yeah. Again, you do have like you mentioned, BKB. Another big one is Ags on Mac. Break on Meepo and break on Bristle is actually pretty important here. So I don't mind that wait, as long as they're not sacrificing anything in that wait time. They are working the map efficiently enough. They have managed to shove Aurora further back on the map, and they are actually going around with the smoke right now. BKB is set to be delivered here for Ghost, but Courier will have to... Okay, makes it right in time before he goes through the gate. So now BKB on the Sven to jump in.
Do jump in. Oh, they got TA2000. He's looking like he's in pretty big danger. Already half HP through the Mega Meepo. TA is gone again. No helping coming either from Aurora. They all just get out. And boom. I mean, they're looking like they might force us to a game 3. Things are looking good.
That they are. Again, for the side of Aurora, they need their own BKBs to be up on jabs, and they need a little bit more from Abed for him to really be a threat with just the right clicks and control that he can provide on the Invoker. But Boom are not resting. They know they've got security here, and they still have the BKB unpopped on Ghost. They're making good progress on Mac with his build-up, although he does switch out of the Ags just straight into a Shivas. And probably feeling like they can just burst down jabs without a break right now. Still, Ghost is pretty far forward here.
BKB popped, will try to run away. Shards are going to lock him in though. This is a nice opportunity for Aurora to try and deal with Ghost, but the Force Staff is there. Sunstrike not going to quite land. Ghost does get the blink away, but they are still chasing him down. Hairball will land from jabs. Ghost with the TP play out, and he actually makes it. They don't go for the TP cancel. I don't believe they even saw him. And with that, I mean, boom. They get away with practically everyone.
A little bit hairy from Boom. Very heads up Force Staff coming in there from DJ. The shove Ghost out of the shards. Just basically saved the day. So that was a very risky spot to be forcing in from Ghost. Does cost him his BKB charge. You're more than happy to, again, get that done while everyone else is farming up. FBZ already at the Veil of Discord, so making his own progress onto a Shiva. We will get double Shivas here for the side of Boom, but it's not too bad, as both these heroes tend to... might end up playing in different parts of the team fight anyhow, so this ensures you can get full coverage on front and back lines. At least, as long as you're not playing in the same central position, the double Shiva can be quite fine. And Boom now have the 2k lead up themselves. Taking a look at the graph, you can see how that nosedive just a little bit for Aurora. A 52% win probability now coming out for Boom. And I will say this, the Meepo in this game will not be able to outdamage the Sven. Right, like that is the one thing. Like the last time around, the Alchemist just not a naturally high damage hero. It's a high farm hero that gets advantage over enemies by items. Sven not quite the case. Just always strong, even scaling into the late game. The smoke comes out from Boom. They can find an angle out here.
Abed with Force Staff away. Comes jabs. BKB has already been committed. He's just trying to burst down Tims, but Tims does get Force Staffed out by DJ. Still does go down to jabs from the high ground as he tries to TP, but the stun! Ghost makes it in time. Jabs trading his life for a Lion support. I do not believe Jabs will be very happy about that. And it's going to open up the top tier 2 tower.
Well, nice quick siege coming out from the side of Boom. And the side of Aurora. Yeah, this Meepo isn't fully set. Right, the Scotty's not quite up for TA2000. Can't really fully commit his body forward. He's seen the burst damage even in Mega Meepo. It is on hand for the side of Boom. We'll have to just, again, keep playing it safe. Abed working onto his own BKB now, switching out from the Parasma. In fact, switches back to the Parasma, recognizing that he can probably play further back with his Hurricane Pike and try to just give some additional damage that Aurora is starting to lack now up against the tanky lineup of Boom. Boom, for their part, have Roshan open for themselves. Aegis and Banner is set to go their way. No contest out from Aurora. And for Aurora's part, again, it just feels like this Meepo this time is playing into way too much burst. Meepo is not a great BKB carrier whatsoever, so you're likely just having no real solution from that. You kind of have to try to rely on Q to bail you out, perhaps with a Blink Snowball, if that full commitment's there. Get some invulnerability for yourself for a moment, and look for angles back in. But Boom are just set to scale up even more. We're getting the Daedalus coming out for Ghost next. He's opting for, again, more of that physical burst on hand. We've got FBZ still set to finish up his Shivas, a little bit of a slower process. Just a recipe left here for Mac on his own Shivas into the Ags. And they'll just keep that siege going. Aegis up on Ghost. There's not too much to be scared of. Get started on more tier 2 towers down bot, leaving only the mid left, and Boom are actually smoking while they're pushing out here.
Dire's top tower is under
They're trying to hunt in the mid lane, see if they can find themselves a bit of a straggler pick, but nobody's around that area.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The smoke does not amount to much, but Aurora's certainly feeling kind of scared on the map at the moment. Just completely avoiding any Boom heroes. And Ghost is going to have a Daedalus up very soon at this rate.
Powery was spotted by the courier.
Uh-oh. Ghost? Ghost? Kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. Ghost is down for the first life. Wait, what? DJ's going to try and help out. Here comes Mac. Ghost is still okay. Locking him down with the Earthbind. They're still not too confident to try and move in, but here comes Q with a big Walrus Punch, and Ghost is gone. Now Mac also in trouble. I mean, obviously they want the fight now because Ghost is just dead without buyback, so Mac is just guaranteed to die here on the Primal Beast. FBZ forced the BKB and chain away. And that's the kind of mistake you couldn't afford to make if you were Boom Esports.
You cannot. Ghost holds on to his BKB even while he's rooted up. Quick and easy Blink Punch Sunstrike comes in. And Boom are suddenly on the back foot. Like, yes, they catch out Powery. It takes a long time to kill off that sniper up top. And it just provides all these opportunities out for Aurora onto the mid. Taking that tier 2 tower out. First tier 2 of Boom to fall. High ground not quite lining up for Aurora yet, but they do equalize the game. You have to be cautious about that in Boom. You cannot afford to bleed out this way. As Aurora can look for those holds and punch right through them. There's the Scotty up now for tier 2000. Much more stats to play with now on our Meepo. The Mega Meepo gonna feel amazing when you do pop into that form. Going into the Butterfly next, just lacking the Talisman now. You have your Shivas up on FBZ, so the double Shivas is on hand for Mac and FBZ. Mac still trying to look for his Ags for that break option. 18 to 15. Game has equalized, but it does feel like giving tempo back to Aurora makes your game that much harder on the side of Boom. And they still have a lot of tools to play with, but you can't afford to make mistakes like that. You just can't up against Aurora. You're reaching a point where Q will have the kickback up with the Ags on our Tusk. He basically has the gold for it now, so Ags kick is going to be there, and it just gets a little bit scary for Boom. If they're tossed all around, all over the place, isolated away, it becomes that much easier for Aurora to actually take you apart one by one, as we saw on that mid-fight.
Here we go, TA 2000. Jumped again, this will be a big pick if they can get a TA. Oh, that's a big stun. That's a big stun. Ghost will just shred him a new one. 70 seconds is the cooldown on respawn here for Ghost. Oh, excuse me, for TA 2000. Ghost is perfectly fine. Of course, he's still alive. It's going to be a three-man smoke. They're going to try and burst him down. Kickback is there. Ghost, he gets his BKB off this time, but he's dropping very low on HP, and he is dead. Can someone explain to me why Boom Esports continue to split every time they have an advantage? DJ down now as well. Why are we splitting? Kickback. Mac is now in trouble. Q may go down, but he still looks okay as FBZ now being targeted. Gets his BKB off, still trying to salvage this fight. But he's dead. Sunstrike, not going to catch anyone. Well, why are they not backing up Ghost? I don't understand why they're getting so greedy to farm the whole map.
I wish I understood why as well. Boom gets
70
punished
seconds
and
without Meepo, and they went to farm.
yeah, I don't know. They get overconfident. They probably didn't see Q with Ags, to be fair. Like, he did pick that up in Fog, so they probably didn't expect the kickback to be ready on Q. But you have to expect that from Aurora, right? Like, this is Q we're talking about. This is a guy who can always find farm. And the toss kick just puts Ghost in a position of misery. 4K lead comes out for Aurora as Boom Esports dropping the ball a little bit once more. I mean, even you said it, right? When TA2000 died, you were like, oh, that's just Ghost again. You're just so used to it. from these qualifiers, that's exactly what you'd expect. A Pavlovian response from Michael Phoenix. It does happen.
Yeah.
Don't fault you for that. But 21-16, 5K lead for Aurora. Boom. Need to get all of their stuff sorted. They will smoke. They'll try to go on the hunt once more.
Link is now up. Oh, they have found themselves a nice target in jabs. Mac popping the BKB instead of just jumping in and getting the job done, but it doesn't matter. Maybe just a quick misclick here from Mac. But they've got jabs down now for 75 seconds. Another opening, assuming they don't leave Ghost alone.
Alright, well, do you reckon they do? Look at this position.
Tim's is hugging him now. Tim's is like, no. Yo, I'm not leaving you alone anymore. No more.
It's just Tim's and DJ. His cores are... Well, they're kind of close now.
Well, they left FBZ alone this time, John. FBZ's in trouble now. FBZ, I mean, I don't understand how this keeps happening.
Oh,
Shard's
Lord.
out, Ghost, he'll get force-staffed away. Mac's gonna come in. Tim's? Oh, F flies right over him. It's alright.
Oh.
You know how I was saying earlier that Boom had the opportunity to make Gary have a decent day? I have a funny feeling Gary's not having a good day.
No. Boom has an opportunity to give Gary a heart attack at a very young age. That's exactly what the game plan is right now. And make Gary Encore as stressed as possible. Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness. Boom.
Every 4v5 and they're just not sticking as 5.
Now, what can you do? They want to play with handicaps for a little bit on Boom. They've got the Daedalus up on Ghost. Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean,
God.
they do, John. Problem is they don't have buyback on Ghost. Ghost in trouble. Jabs will chase him down. Don't tell me this is how we're going to see Arax go down.
It's done.
Yes, it is. Ghost is down for 85 seconds. Mac in trouble. Kick back again. Q is unrelentless with these kicks. And I'll just say it. I mean, if it wasn't obvious, Q is definitely the best pos 4 in SCA right now. Probably has been for the last year or two. As you can see by these plays. And as for Boom, Jonathan, I'm going to sound a bit harsh. This is deserved. This is deserved. I don't understand how they split up that many times. I think Moosh is probably going to have a lot of words to say. Here we go. DJ's in trouble. DJ's down. They do at least find Q though, but Q is going to buy back. Because now Mac's in trouble. Mac, he is dead. TA2000, he's dropping lower. FBZ trying to get the job done, but they do have the Mega Meepo. In fact, it was the dig. Never mind the Mega Meepo. Here comes the Mega. Now FBZ down. Game's over. The game is literally over.
Oh, Lord.
How does that happen?
You know what it is, and I hate to bring these memories back for Gary Encore,